All Australian-led International ANZAC Day and domestic commemorations have been cancelled amid coronavirus fears.
As Patrick Murrell is at Melbourne's Shrine of Remembrance for us this morning. Patrick, all domestic services will be closed to the public, as well as Australian-led international services as well.
That's right, Peter. All domestic ANZAC Day commemorations and dawn services will go ahead, but with the exception that public will not be allowed in. So the Shrine of Remembrance here, which usually has a crowd of tens of thousands on ANZAC Day, instead it will be mostly empty. The dawn service still going ahead, but without those familiar crowds. Overseas, though, it is a different story, with this morning Veterans Affairs Minister Darren Chester announcing all Australian-led international ANZAC Day services would be cancelled. This includes those on the Western Front, as well as that iconic one in Gallipoli. It comes amidst a global times of bans on mass gatherings. In France, they're much more strict. At the moment, it's a ban on mass gatherings of 100. In Turkey, they've closed bars, restaurants, as well as cafes. Given this, as well as the government's own advice and own ban on gatherings of more than 500, Darren Chester said that the government could simply not guarantee the safety of organisers, as well as its own veterans who would attend these services, many of whom would be aged 60 and above and a lot more vulnerable to coronavirus if they did catch it. It will be a disappointment for many, of course. Thousands usually travel overseas to Gallipoli for the ANZAC Day service. Indeed, last year, I should say, I think it was 30,000 that attended that dawn service in Gallipoli. That will be no more this year. Dawn services still going ahead around the country. Those that do want to participate are being asked to watch those live streams from home instead of attending.
Yeah, not just Gallipoli, also on the Western Front in France, places like Villers-Bretonneux and Amiens, always very busy with tourists, but that will not be going ahead this year. Patrick Murrell, live in Melbourne, thank you.